Hello, hello, beautiful. Welcome back to Mindset with Mary. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about what to do if your husband says no or doesn't support your investment in coaching, personal development, whatever it may be. This episode is really going to help you navigate the my husband said no without giving up on your dreams. I am so excited for this episode, and the reason why I'm doing this is because it is something that for so long held me back from reaching my own goals because I thought that I had to have his approval to move forward with reaching my goals. And this is also something that I see often with my coaching clients and even people who have done the consultations with me. It's so often where we feel like we can't move forward. We can't do the one-on-one coaching. We can't purchase the course that we're wanting to purchase to help us get to the next level because we feel stuck in needing our partner's approval. So today I really want to help you start making empowered decisions and also help you navigate that conversation if you're struggling to have that conversation. Before we dig in though, I want to remind you currently doing a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway. How you enter is you're going to go ahead and leave a 5-star rating and review. Let me know how this podcast has helped you. Share that in the review. Then take a screenshot of that. Send it to me either on Instagram at Mindset with Mary, or you can also email it to me, mindsetwithmary@gmail.com. Another fun, quick announcement. I cannot believe it's almost September. Here's the thing. It's September. The holidays are on their way. Like, can you believe that? The holidays are on their way. Like, if you walk through Walmart right now, Halloween is out and they're starting to get out Thanksgiving and then Christmas is on its way. Like, the holidays are coming. And if you're like me, it gets busy and there's all of these events and things happening. And sometimes our goals and dreams get pushed to the back burner when the holidays come. And I just want you to know, baby girl, I need you to know that you are capable of having the fun busyness through the holidays, but also sticking to your goals and making it happen. And the one tool that has always helped me be able to navigate the holidays and reach my goals. And I'll tell you this, there was one Christmas where I literally, it was 2 years ago. That was like when I finally reached my goal weight and started to maintain it for a long time. And it was crazy to me that I reached that goal during Christmas season and I was maintaining it through Christmas. That was like the first Christmas I ever experienced that. And I thought it was so cool. But this is the one tool that has always helped me navigate the holidays and all the busyness, but also still reach my goals. And that is self-love. So because of this, because I feel like this is one of those things that we need more of in our lives to actually reach our goals, I'm going to be relaunching the Self-Love Glow Up Challenge, and that's going to be starting September 8th. Because let's make self-love a habit before the holidays come. Like, let's stop putting our goals and dreams on the back burner and letting the holidays stop us from reaching those goals. Self-love has truly helped me navigate showing up for myself in a way that I've never been able to show up for myself, and also be able to do that without the burnout. Like, self-love has truly taught me to reach my goals, still get to do all the things that I want, like in my life, and get to go to all the events and all the things, and reach my goals without burning out. So I'm so excited to relaunch this. If you are busy, if you're outgoing, and if you know that the holidays are coming and you're like, I don't want it to keep me stuck and not be able to reach my goals, or if you're feeling like this, you know what, maybe I'll wait till next year to work on my goals because clearly the end of the year is coming and I'm just going to push them off to the side. If you're feeling any of that, just know that you're not alone. I too am guilty of that. No, you're not alone. but also know that like this self-love glow up challenge is going to absolutely help you navigate that and teach you all the tools and tricks that you need so that you can reach your goals without burning out through the holidays. You don't have to put it on the back burner, because here's the thing, if you keep putting it on the back burner, you are reinforcing to your subconscious mind, to the universe, that your goals and dreams don't matter. Let's stop doing that to ourselves. Like, our goals and dreams do matter. We matter. That's why our goals and dreams matter, is because we matter. You matter. And so don't put it off any longer. Let's go. Let's make self-love a habit. And if you're super interested in joining us in this challenge, it's going to happen September 8th. And I'm going to leave the link to join in the show notes. Okay. So I'm relaunching the self-love glow up challenge. Make sure you get into this group. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. And you're going to learn the tools and tricks that you need to be able to reach your goals without the burnout. Okay. That link is in the show notes. Let's dig in. Let's chat. So the number one thing to do when this situation comes up, when the hubby is like, no, sorry, you can't invest in the life coach. No, sorry, you can't invest in the course. Or maybe they don't even say no, but they're not fully supportive in your decision and you feel like you're needing their approval. You like to make decisions with your spouse. The first thing I want to truly help you do is start learning how to empower yourself to make your own decisions. You know yourself best. And so I really want you to ask yourself, is this something that you truly want? Because whatever it is you're wanting to invest in, if you're pulling yourself back from it and you know you truly want it, and you're holding yourself back because you're waiting for somebody else to make the decision for you, at the end of the day, this is your growth and your transformation. And making this decision in an empowered way, if you truly want it, will ripple out into your marriage and your family too. So this is not me here telling you that you should go and make the decision without your husband's approval, but just to really remind you, like, you get to start building that self-trust. You get to start building the belief in yourself to make empowered decisions. And when you truly want something, understanding the value of what it has to offer, the personal development, when it comes to investing in yourself and the ripple effect that it has on your family, you really need to be looking at the bigger decision, or at the bigger picture, and what it's going to offer to you once you have consumed and integrated that into your life. Look at the bigger picture when you're making decisions, and that's really going to help you make more empowered decisions. So instead of going and saying like, can I do this? It's like, hey, this is the thing that is going to help ripple, which leads us into the second piece of this. So really learning to see the ripple effect of your decision. So understanding that we want to include them in our decisions, right? Like if we want them to be a part of the decision-making process, especially because we want to be also a part of their decision-making processes. But a lot of times we get scared to say, this is what I'm doing. I would love your support. We just get too scared that they're going to be mad if we decide that this is what we want to do. We're afraid that they're not going to understand the importance of it. So I thought this too for so long. And if you truly have a good hubby, here's the thing. Like he like, even if he's mad at you, like, he is still going to be there for you. Even if you're like, hey, I'm investing in this coach, I'm spending this much money. I will tell you this, I've spent quite a bit. So my first coaching package was $2,000. The second one was $3,000. I also invested in a course called How to Make Money as a Life Coach. That was $2,000. And then of course there's other courses and things that I've taken over the last year. Like I've spent close to 10 grand on coaching. And my husband thinks that I'm crazy. Like absolutely thinks I'm crazy. However, the ripple effect, even though he was frustrated when I first made those decisions, and he was like, "You're crazy, girl." The ripple effect that it has given our family, like me showing up as a more present mom and wife, me not freaking out all the time, me not yelling at my kids all the time, me being able to be in a room with our middle daughter without freaking out or crying because we struggled for a long time. I love her with my whole heart. And then, of course, just me being able to show up in a different way in my working environment. I was struggling with work and I was able to learn how to love my job. I was struggling with reaching my goals and understanding like all of these tools and things that I've been learning for so long and how that's impacted my life. Because when I'm able to act on my goals and dreams, like I just have more energy. I'm just more excited for life. I'm showing up for myself and I'm building my own self-love and self-trust and being able to make empowered decisions. I no longer have to ask my husband, "What do you want to eat every night for dinner?" And do you know how much that like relieves his stress? Like he doesn't have to think about it anymore. I used to be like, "Hey, what do you want for dinner? Hey, what do you want for dinner?" And then it like would really frustrate him. He's like, "I don't care, just make a decision. If you're the one deciding and planning meals, decide, plan the meal. You make the decision." But I didn't know how to make empowered decisions, and it's through this work that I've been doing that I learned how to make those decisions. And so I just want you to understand that the ripple effect is going to truly, truly, truly help in those areas. So we can't always expect our husbands to see like life through our lens. And of course, we want them to be on board with our decisions. But here's what I found. When we invest in ourselves, we gain confidence, we gain self-trust, we gain clarity, and we truly start learning how to empower ourselves. But also, when we gain all of this, we show up differently. And then that empowers them to start showing up differently. And I just really want you to ask yourself, how do you think he'd feel if he saw you thriving in life? After you learn all of these tools and techniques and everything that's going to truly transform your life, like massively transform your life, and you're showing up differently in every area, like what do you think he would feel if he saw you in this? Like really think about it. Like I want you to put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath and just imagine how that would transform his life as well. He'd probably be so proud, so grateful, and of course, so turned the F on. So I just want you to know, like, as you start making these decisions to invest in yourself, know that you might feel alone on the journey, which is also why I offer my free community, the Badass Babes Manifestation Hub. This is a free community that offers so many resources. I give you weekly motivational audio drops that help keep you pumped and ready to go, even on the days that like it feels hard. But then also, this is where I'm going to be holding the manifestation or back up. I do also have a manifestation challenge in there. That's an upgrade. But back up, what I'm trying to say. This is also where I'm going to be holding the free self-love glow up challenge. So not only will you get the community aspect, if you sign up for the glow up challenge, you're also going to get the weekly audio drops. If you sign up for the free community, you're also going to get the self-love glow up challenge. So we're going to be starting that on September 8th. So if you're wanting to join this community, if you're wanting to feel like you're not alone in the process, if you're like the outgoing, busy woman who feels called to something more, this is the place for you to join. And if you're interested, make sure you do that. You can join through the link in the show notes. Okay, so here's the third thing that you can do to really start making more empowered decisions. If you want your partner to be a part of your decision-making process, really start to break it down for him. Like, get tangible. So instead of saying like, I'm hiring a coach, tell him why and break it down step by step. Help him understand what the package includes and how it'll support you and communicate it with confidence. Communicate it with confidence. And if you're struggling to communicate it with confidence, this is your like real first opportunity to start doing that, and know that it might be a little bit shaky, and that's okay. The first time I told my husband I wanted to invest in myself, it was extremely shaky. Extremely shaky. Like I did not have full confidence in myself at all, because well, that's the reason why I needed coaching. I wanted to build that confidence. I wanted to trust in myself. And so, of course, like the first time, it's going to be a little shaky, and that's okay. Just know that that's a part of it. But it's really about not just justifying why you're going to pay the price you're going to pay or whatever it is, but showing the value of it. This is also going to help you get your brain on board and help you feel more confident and capable. Because a lot of times you don't, like what I recognize is like in my past experience, I didn't hire the coach because it wasn't because I didn't think that the coaching package wasn't going to help me. Of course it was going to help me. I just didn't see my ability to actually get the results. I didn't trust myself to get the results. I was like, oh yeah, that would definitely help me, but I don't see myself showing up, which is why we make the excuse like I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, like all of those excuses. Typically, like the underlying like thing just to really notice is it because I don't think I'm going to get the value, because I don't see myself as capable enough to get the value. And so that's really something to recognize as well. Like this is really not about justifying the price or whether you have enough time. It's really about showing yourself and your spouse the value that you're going to get by investing in yourself. I want to give you an example of what this looks like. So maybe you might say, like, the first step in this coaching program that I'm going to be investing in is going to help me make the empowered decisions. You know how often, like, I don't make very empowered decisions, babe? Imagine me no longer asking you what you want for dinner. Imagine me just showing up every day with a plan in place, because I now know how to make empowered decisions. This is one of the first things that the coaching program I'm investing in is going to help me do. Share that with him. Share why you're going to get so much value. Allow him to see how it's going to benefit him as well. Another thing that's really helpful in communicating the value, and something I've recognized when I'm sharing with my husband what it's going to do to help. The last coaching program, the coach I invested in, she was doing a program that really was surrounding like helping you regulate your nervous system, but also learn how to set boundaries. And my sole focus there was to be able to be more present with my husband, be able to be more present with my son, and also be able to really start to rewire the belief that like I couldn't do both, have the quality time with my family and build my business. That was a big block for me. And so as I started to shift that through that coaching program, in telling him that I was going to invest in this coach, like showing him the value of what I was getting. So giving him an analogy can truly help show what the value is so that he can understand it a little bit better. So you might say something like, so the second step in this program is really going to help me learn how to manage my mind and my emotions. You know how like I often freak out and like for no reason whatsoever. Like I want you to think of it like this. My mind's like this car and I just don't know how to drive it or steer it yet. These tools that I'm going to be learning in this program are really going to show me just that. Like I'm going to learn how to really start to steer and drive and be able to manage my mind and emotions so I'm not freaking out all the time. Like really just being able to see my value and self-worth so that I can manage all of that so I don't freak out all the time. Or whatever it may be that you're struggling with, like you can really take that analogy and show like, okay, like here's what I'm going to learn. Like in this program, I'm going to learn how to manage my mind and emotions. And it's like, you know, I don't know how to drive this car and I'm in the car, but I don't know how to drive it. And what this program's going to do is help show me how to drive the car and show the value in it. And really what you're doing through this process is you're also like You're rewiring and showing yourself the value that you're going to get so that you stop holding yourself back from investing in yourself. Because in all reality, and here's like this little secret, like nugget of wisdom for you. If you're needing your husband to approve of this, there's potentially, and this is just coming from my own experience, like just my own experience, it's potentially because you're afraid you're not going to get those results. You're afraid of you're afraid of the next step. You're scared of success. You're scared of failure or whatever it may be. You're afraid of the next step. And if that's the case, if you're like, oh yeah, that might be me. And if you're like, no, that's not me, like, that's okay. Like, I'm just sharing that for anyone who might be resonating. If that doesn't resonate for you, like, take it or leave it. It's just something to really think about. Like I mentioned earlier, like sometimes we find that like in this process of trying to communicate with our husband what we want and needing their approval through the process is because we don't see our own value or capability in it, which is why like you are going to be investing, right? Like, so the last conversation I had with my husband was like, babe, I really want to start growing my business, but I also want to be able to do that while being able to be more present with you and Bud. Something I've noticed is that as I've built this business, I've become like solely focused on that. And then I like put you guys on the back burner, or I'll put my business on the back burner and try to focus on you guys. And so I'm not able to do both at the same time. And so what I really truly want to start doing is both. Like, you know how much this business means to me. You see how happy it makes me. And so this coaching program that I'm going to invest in is going to show me how to do both. It's going to show me how to start believing in myself that I can do both. And after I have that new belief and I've gone through this work and I've done the work, like you're going to start to see that. And so I'm really like I'm working on my own objections in investing myself through telling him this, because I questioned it. Like, I almost didn't invest in this coach because I was like, what if I don't get the results? What if I don't get the results? Well, I'll tell you this. If you go into the program like worried about whether or not you're going to get the results, and you've invested in it, I highly recommend self-coaching yourself. Why are you going to get the results? Start asking yourself why you're going to get the results. Start asking yourself why you're capable, instead of asking yourself why you're not capable. Because if you're searching for evidence as to why you're not capable and you've already invested, like, eek, you're probably not going to get your value and worth from that. The price is not going to be worth it for you because you're already trying to find reasons why it's not going to work for you. So make sure you're looking for evidence as to why it's going to work. It's really that it's kind of, in fact, I've heard this so many times before, an entrepreneur mindset is someone who gets value in all of their investments, even if it didn't give them the results that they wanted. Even if you were to, like, in fact, in the past, I've purchased group coaching programs and courses and things that, like, I was like, wow, that wasn't very good. Like, actually didn't help me. Like, I didn't get much from that. Unfortunately, at those times, like, I didn't have the entrepreneur mindset that I needed. But now I look back on it and can see, like, oh, actually, I got so much value from this, and this. Like, one of the things that I got from investing in that is understanding what not to invest in, like understanding what questions to ask myself, and then starting to like look for all the reasons why I would get value from whatever it is I've invested in the process, even if it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Like, you really need to take on the mindset of somebody who's going to get the results to be able to get the results. It's something I actually tell my clients when they first invest, like, I can't guarantee your results. However, you can guarantee that you get your own results by allowing yourself to fail, by allowing yourself to see all of the things and reasons why you are capable of getting the results. Okay, now that I've been on that tangent, let's get back to things that are going to help you navigate these hard conversations. So, number 4, really, it's about starting to ask yourself, like, if my husband said yes right now, like if he or your partner, he, she, your partner were to say yes right now, would you hire the coach, or would you invest in the program? And if you're still unsure, then kind of what we talked about a minute ago, if you're unsure, then maybe the answer you got was like your husband mirroring your own hesitation. Like if you seeked his approval to make this empowered decision, I wouldn't even say empowered, because if you're seeking his approval, it doesn't feel very empowering. That's okay if you did, by the way. I still seek my husband's approval on things. I'm every day learning more and more, like how to start validating myself instead of making him validate me. But if you're still unsure, even like if you ask yourself, if my husband were to say yes right now, and you're still unsure, maybe you're getting that answer from your husband because he's mirroring your own hesitation. And really to ask yourself, like, how can I start believing that I am capable of getting the results no matter what? And really coaching yourself through getting those results, because you are capable. Okay. And then if you ask yourself, if he were to say yes, and you ask yourself, like, would I then invest in this? And you are 100% sure, like, yes, I would. Yes, yes, yes. It's a hell yes. I'm investing in this. Just notice if you're letting his hesitation hold you back, because this is something I've done for so long. And it's so empowering to finally be like, wait, I need to look at the bigger picture. This isn't about just upsetting him in the moment. It's about what I create for myself and him in the process. Me deciding to say yes and making that empowered decision impacts me and him on a much bigger scale than in the moment feeling uncomfortable when he's like, I don't really support this. So it's really understanding, like, are you willing to say yes to something you truly want? Are you willing to feel the uncomfortable feeling that might come up in having this hard conversation, and understanding the bigger picture and how that's going to impact you and how you start showing up and how that's going to change his life and your family's life as well? Okay. I hope that really like helps you be able to make some empowered decisions when it comes to investing in yourself. Like, your transformation matters. You know yourself best, and you get to start making your own decisions. And I'm not, again, like, I just want to reiterate, I'm not telling you to go and make the decision without your husband. But I can tell you this, that when you start to build the confidence, when you start to build the self-trust, when you start showing up with clarity in what you want and moving forward with it, your husband is going to be like, wow, she is hot. Wow. Wow. He's going to start seeing the transformation that you have happening in your life, and he's going to be inspired and empowered by that, and that's going to change how he's also showing up. And if you're like, I still am worried about having this conversation with him, I'm not sure how to have that conversation, if you book a free consultation call, that link is in the show notes. I can absolutely help you navigate this conversation based on your specific situation. My guess is that as you've listened to this, there's other objections that have come up for you. Well, yeah, but that doesn't make, but my husband X, Y, and Z, but my husband X, Y, and Z. Whatever it may be for you, just know I can absolutely help you navigate that and help you make a more empowered decision if you're wanting to invest in yourself and how to do that. So book that free consultation call. That link is in the show notes. And then just one last quick reminder. The holidays are coming. Things are going to get busy. Don't put your goals and dreams on the back burner. Start learning how to stand in your power by learning the tools of self-love and self-care. Learn how to truly become the master of reaching your goals by allowing self-love to carry you through them. And if you're wanting to join us on the Self-Love Glow Up Challenge, you can join with the link in the show notes. Okay, that's all I have for you today. If you loved this episode, please subscribe so you don't miss another one. If you are feeling called, I'd love to know how the episode has helped you. Go ahead, leave a 5-star rating and review. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.